Hello, my friends. It's me. It's your boy, Craig, if you're American. Not sure if there's another country that says it incredibly differently. But I'll take Craig, whatever you want to call me. Just call me anything. You can call me names if you want. Back with another episode. Maybe my favourite episode ever. Why is it my favourite episode ever? Because it's with Mario Duplantier from GOJIRA. If you like my band or my drumming, you'll know all I do is simply copy what he does and change it a little bit. So nobody notices and thinks I'm clever, but actually he's clever. I admit that on this podcast. Before we get into how great this podcast is and the podcast itself, I want to talk to you and stay where you are. Don't go, don't swipe. Like this isn't going to, there's not going to be a little, oh, I'm going to sell you a mattress. I'm going to sell you some stuff, right? But I promise you want it, and I promise you it relates to what we got going on in the podcast. Today's podcast is brought to you, as ever, by Displate. Displate make metal posters, as in they're literally made of metal. But funnily enough, they also make posters that are about metal, as in metal bands. Like this lovely GOJIRA one I'm holding here. Got this lovely Fortitude one. Again, lovely matte finish. Now, because they're metal, they're mounted on the wall with magnets. You don't have to drill anything. Don't get me wrong. I can do daddy stuff, right? Drilling holes in walls. But I don't want to be going around drilling loads of holes in my walls. They've got a GOJIRA store. We did a Downbeat store. A Marvel store. They got Call of Duty. They got literally anything you could possibly search for. They got it in there, right? Not only that, for every display that you buy, they plant a tree. And they've planted 18 million trees in Africa through people buying displays. And with the code DOWNBEAT, you get a whopping 27% off any 1 to 2 displays. If you buy 3 to 4 displays, you get 37% off. I'm not a mathematician, but that's like nearly all of it or something. Don't forget to check out the Downbeat store because we got cool designs. Code DOWNBEAT applies to all designs across the store. You can mix and match. You're still going to get 27% off or 37% off displate.com. Are you still here or have you skipped? If you skipped, I'm so annoyed. In fact, if you've skipped, you don't know this bit. Now you've definitely skipped. So I'm probably talking to about 4 of you right now. What's that lovely hoodie that you're wearing? A lovely, heavyweight hoodie without drawstrings with an embroidered Downbeat logo, the Downbeat clothing line. Where'd you get that from? And where does it ship from? I got it from www.thedownbe.at, so it spells Downbeat. If you go to the US store right now, or you can just go to us.thedownbe.at, so it spells Downbeat. You got the new line. We got the Slam collection, sweatpants, 2 normal pockets, 2 zip pockets, oversized embroidered hoods, no drawstrings, heavyweight, 2 heavyweight oversized t-shirts, an insanely good crew neck. All the money, other than the cut that the merch company gets, all the money from that goes to me. Oh God, this is a lot of plugs, isn't it? Let me try and ramp it up a little bit. If you don't want to give me money or GOJIRA money or plant trees in Africa because you're an evil person, you might want to go to patreon.com/thedownbeat and give me £1. Just £1. That's all it is. Basically, you just give me a quid. And that means that I can get people like Mario Duplantier from GOJIRA on here. And I can get better lenses so everything looks really nice. I hope you like how nice this episode looks. Because I edited it myself because I can't afford to pay an editor. If you don't want to buy trees for Africa, you don't want to look cool for me, and you don't want to support me by giving me £1, but you're watching or listening to this, and you're still here, press subscribe on whatever you're watching it on. That's all I ask, and that is the bare minimum you can do, and there is a hierarchy, and I like you less than all of the other people that did the other stuff. My guest this week is Mario Duplantier, my favourite drummer in the world of GOJIRA. It was wisdom hours. The most insane wisdom. The man is inspirational. I went away. Since that episode was recorded, I have played the drums every single day. even if you're not a drummer, you still need to listen to it. But if you are a drummer, it is wisdom, knowledge, inspiration. He put it off for 2 years because he said his English was bad. His English is great. Such a nice guy. I saw him rip in the evening. The set list was incredible. Just the best. Just the best guy and the best band. If you don't know GOJIRA, then don't even listen to my podcast. Don't do anything. Stop, go listen to GOJIRA, and then listen to this. It's Mario Duplantier on the Downbeat Podcast. Mario Duplantier.
Yeah, that's me.
Thank you so much for coming on the Downbeat.
Finally.
You are by far the most requested guest.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because it started as just a drum podcast.
Okay.
And then it sort of branched out to people who were drummers. And now it's just people who are into heavy music.
Yeah.
But still, mostly drummers.
Okay.
And they mostly want you.
Wow. So much pressure.
How is the tour?
It's great, man. It's the beginning of the tour, so we've done 3 shows for now, and it's fantastic. It's a new set list, you know.
Yeah.
A few songs from the past, a bit challenging to play as well. So you know, for now we are on that concentration mode, I would say. You know, very focused on being tight and precise, working on the flow between songs, you know, all that things.
I heard a rumor The Art of Dying is back in the set.
Yeah, it's back.
Oh,
back in the set.
Is that one of the ones that you're talking about being difficult?
Yeah. It's a difficult song, yeah, for sure.
It's crazy.
But it's a great challenge for me because, as you know, the way I play drums changed through the time, and The Art of Dying is typically a song I wanted to create when I was 25 years old. You know, that was really a true ambition of mine, is to push the limit of technique. Even nowadays, we know drummers are incredibly technical. So, but back in the day, I thought it was pretty technical.
Yeah. I mean, it is.
Yeah, it is. It is. So it feels great. You know, it's I have to be concentrate a lot.
Is that the hardest song for you in the set?
Yeah, for sure. Because it combines the technical patterns at the beginning of the song and then the fast part in the second half of the song, you know. So, now the new songs, I mean, the songs from the previous album, like Magma and Fortitude, are not so fast. So, yeah, it's a challenge.
Yeah. It's, I mean, I've read interviews with you and I've seen interviews where and even when I think I DM'd you when Fortitude came out and was like, bro, it's amazing. And then you were like, I laid back to let the riffs breathe.
Yeah.
But like, you didn't really, because grind on Fortitude is crazy.
Yeah.
The cell on Magma, crazy. Mm-hmm. I think you think you're going less technical, but you're still above other people.
Yeah, you know, it's very important to create as a band. You know, so Magma and Fortitude, it was just a demand from the band to have a certain direction. It was something very natural, and because we have so much respect for each other and. Sometimes I wanted to go crazy, but I found it was like not appropriate, you know, because just Jean-Michel, Christian, and Joe felt differently, you know. So as a band, we have to be coherent and we have to listen to each other and we have to create this vibe together. So it's not really that I wanted to lay back or I'm lazy. It's most I try to create with my bandmates what we want to create together, you know. So. Yeah, because I would love in the next album maybe to go more technical, you know. I'm thinking about it, but let's see Let's see together.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see. How old are you now?
41.
I remember reading, I'm a big Mario fan, by the way. I think I remember reading in a drum magazine that you worried about how hard your parts are getting older.
Of course, you know.
Is there anything you can't play? Because I have songs that I used to be able to play and I just can't play them anymore.
Yeah, songs like All the Tears or Esoteric Surgery or very ambitious. So I think I can play all the songs. It's just my mindset changed a little bit. So I'm not. I want to challenge myself in a different way. I'm very focusing on the melody of the drums now, and the space between the ghost notes, the groove. It's a bit cliche to say that, but I truly think that my main concern is how to be as groovy as possible right now. And my legs are not like the priority like in the past. I just wanted to be very, very efficient on my legs. The groups of notes starting with the left feet and the right, and challenging myself all the time with the lower part of my body, like the legs.
Yeah.
And now I'm more concerned about the top. So really how I can fucking groove. As much as possible.
Do you find? Because I've seen you practice. You still practice your legs
a lot.
What's your average practice routine for everything? But I mean, how many times a week? Is it just before tour?
So that's a good question, because there is not really a routine because of all this intense touring schedule. Also, I have a personal life with a family and kids. So when I'm not on tour, I really need to be present for my family. And the logistic with kids, it's really demanding. And because when I'm on tour, I'm doing nothing for my family. When I'm home, I'm doing as much as I can, So I'm bringing the kids to school, and I'm all over the place all the time, and I have less time to work, to practice, but still, because I'm a very disciplined person, because I really think if you want to be a good drummer or a good musician in general, you have to keep a discipline. If you lose this discipline, you're fucked. So even if I have a busy days with the family logistic, I always try to spend at least 2 hours in the practice room every day, except weekend. So
I was expecting you to say, okay, so maybe I'll wait 2 weeks before a tour. So even with family stuff, 2 hours a day.
Oh yeah, it's my work. I'm always saying to my family, okay, now I'm going to practice. That's my only rule.
Stop, children. Practice time.
But they understand, because they see me touring a lot and playing bigger venues, and I just want to be good. Good for the people who come to see Gojira. I want they pay a ticket. I want them to experience something strong, and powerful. And if I lose this discipline, it's not good. Some drummers, I know they don't practice a lot and they're fucking good, and I don't understand.
I'm the same. I need to practice. I have to.
Yeah. What about you?
Probably. Thank you. No one asked me questions. I'm probably the same. I think 2020 to 2022, when the pandemic was just finishing, I stopped practicing quite as much, but now I'll do 3 hours.
That's amazing.
3 times a week, maybe 4
That's
times
great.
a week.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a perfect. As soon as you cross that step, like 1 hour practicing, if you go over that, it's so good.
Yeah, that's where you get your mindset, the muscle connection.
Yeah. But for me, a perfect day of work would be 4 or 5 hours per day, but not crazy. Like you do 1 hour of only double bass. So that's very important for me. Only double bass. That means.
So like what? Just for an hour?
It depends.
Teach me how to be good.
No. But I mean, every drummer has different technique. for example, during the From Master Series period, back in 2005, for example, my routine, I had few exercises. And I was practicing these exercises every day. So it was groups of notes, starting with the left foot. So the art of dying basically was born with this kind of exercises. So I switched the beginning of groups of notes with the right and the left. So it's tagadagam, kadagadam, tagadagam, kadam, tagam, tagam. Just to train myself to go left and right, you know, starting groups of notes with both feet, like the heaviest matter of the universe, for example. So it's starting with the left. Second groups of notes start with the left. That was another kind of exercises I created, like toxic garbage ions, the same.
See, I learned that one once.
Yeah.
And I ended up doing that because I was trying to lead with the right.
Yeah.
But that needs to be the left.
Exactly. That's all these riffs started with my routine of practice just by myself. And I need to be alone. I don't practice with you guys. I just need to be just focusing on the drums and listen to the kicks. And then I have an endurance routine. It is 1 hour straight. Just triplets, like... I started with 170 BPM, for example. So, and I accelerate a little bit, but I try to stay as long as possible.
1 hour.
1 hour. Sometimes I stop. I stop for a few seconds, or just I adjust my metronome and I go back to it. It's not like 1 hour straight and with no blank. No, it's not that. It's truly for 1 hour. I need my muscle to feel the rebound. It's really between the relation with the pedal. I try to find the perfect relation. Then if you do this every day, when you're live, you just have your muscle memory working. It's just when you go for it, it works by himself because you practice so much.
Yeah.
It's something like this, So right now, this past month, for example, I was doing just a 1 hour endurance, not so much all the groups of notes and crazy exercises. I was really doing the endurance things. And when I'm able to practice 4 or 5 hours, now I really love to jam, just sit behind my drums and play without nothing in mind. Yeah, no, just jamming,
Is that where some of the solo stuff comes from? Some of the solo videos?
Yes, and I'm finding a lot of ideas like this. So it's truly a good exercise. Sometimes I'm playing drums and I feel like, oh shit, I will go home. It's nonsense. But it's an obligation for myself. I stay behind the drums, even if I'm bored, or sometimes I just take a break, coffee, go back to it. It's just shit. You just jam.
Yeah.
But if you push this exercise, at some point in 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes after that, something coming, a good idea. And then I'm using this idea for the next song, for example. But I force myself to stay behind the drums.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dedication.
Yeah.
Is that how, one of my questions, I don't even have to look at my notes today because I want to talk to you so much. Is that how GOJIRA songs are often written? Does it start with something you've been jamming? And then...
as I said, there is no really routine, even in the writing process. But back in the days, it's true that we were really a rhythmic band,
Yeah.
So I would say a lot of exercises come from me. And I play the pattern to the guys, and I say, "Hey guys, what about we do a riff like and you just like fucking, yeah, why not? So, but now it's a bit different because it's more about the songs and the vibe, the emotion into the riffs. So, but I would say most of the songs are written by my brother and I, Joe and me. So it's yeah.
Did Remembrance, the end of Remembrance?
Exercise?
Yeah. The first time I ever saw you live, 2006, Download Festival.
Oh, yeah.
You replaced Mastodon. I was so excited to see Mastodon. I didn't know who GOJIRA was. And I was like, oh, I'll go see what this band is. And I walked in as you played Remembrance. And I just went, what the fuck?
Oh,
It
yeah.
was-
Oh, man. It's cool.
It was unbelievable. And then I was like hooked. I think that
Thank
was
you, man.
the Mars to Sirius tour. And I was just, if anyone doesn't know, like, and you know what I love? I love that as you've got older, you progressed as a band, you've got a massive catalog. Was
Yeah.
it six albums or?
Yeah, 7 albums.
Seven
Yeah.
albums. So, but you kept the end of Remembrance.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
like, you don't have to play the whole song.
Yeah. No, I mean, we prove something, you know. We don't have to prove anymore. You know, it's now their music is crazy. I'm listening to all these new bands and there is breakdowns everywhere. So
Yeah.
even the end of Remembrance sounds like a bit obsolete, you know, compared to what we can hear right now. You know, fucking Lorna Shore, for example,
Yeah.
all the breakdowns. It's what? So it seems like a vintage, a little bit. What I'm saying is back in the 90s and early 2000, yeah, we had our role in this kind of rhythmic stuff. But I feel like now today the music is going so far, so we don't want to prove anything else, or
Yeah.
we don't want to compete, or it's not our role. You know, we just try to exist as a band and have something to say and be artistically interesting. You know, but yeah, we evolved a lot.
Yeah. But coming out with that in 2006, like, I don't think you meant to touch on this, but it was like no one was doing the technical breakdown
Yes.
in 2006. Everyone was going, Jun, like,
Yeah, you're right.
Sugar was doing, you know, quite technical,
Yeah.
amazing stuff, but weird noises. Like, everyone's doing weird noises now. The Gojira pick scrape
Yeah,
is like a whole genre of music.
yeah.
Everyone has it. Every band that I know.
Yeah, we can hear it, and it feels great, man. We're so happy about it. You know, it's we let Mark in this it's kind of music, and it's great. We feel very humble and very. It's great. Every time I hear like this kind of Gojira noise, I'm happy. You know.
Yeah, that's cool.
There is no anger, no like frustration. It's only holy shit. That's cool, man.
Amazing.
That's great.
I honestly, I can't really think of another thing in music, in heavy music, which is so trademarked.
Yeah,
I can't
Meshuggah did great too.
Yeah, true. But I mean, like, just one noise.
Yeah, you're
Like,
right. Yeah.
TM, trademark noise. Do you, before I forget this question, because this is something that I need to know for my own brain, do you play to a click live?
Not all the songs. Few of them.
I knew it.
Oh, yeah. No, we love the movement. As I told you, we are old school band. You know, we grew up listening to Metallica and Pantera, Sepultura. So we still have this vibe. We're a bit allergic to new technologies.
Yeah.
We try our best to be on page, but it's not easy for us to follow what's going on. You know, everyone is playing with samples, clicks, and all that shit. So I love to play with clicks because
too.
I feel it's an amazing way to understand where you at during the show, if you're going too fast or too slow.
When you put it on and it's like, that must be wrong, and then you check it.
Exactly. But I actually love it when I play, for example, Born for One Thing, the first song of the set, I'm playing with clicks. So if I have a lot of adrenaline, it sounds so slow, like
Yeah.
this, and what the it's because, so now I can understand that my heart is going too fast. So it's a good way for me to readapt the rest of the set, you know? And on the opposite way, it's the same. If it feels too fast, it means that I'm a bit tired. So I will need to push for it during the show.
Yeah.
So it's an amazing way to understand and find a good balance, you know, for me.
I feel like I'm the same. If I have a song, we're the same. We have 80% of the set is on click, and
Okay.
there's 20% not on click. And I love the click songs
Yes.
more because it's just like you got safety, like stabilizers on your bike. I'm like, I'm not
Absolutely.
going to run away.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, if your adrenaline's up and the click is like,
Yeah.
but I go into like Matrix mode where I'm like, I
Absolutely.
have all this time
Yes.
to go, brrr, like it's so easy. But
It's so easy. That's my goal, is to have adrenaline to each show, but it's not the case anymore because we are playing so much. So on some important shows, I have a lot of adrenaline. But there is no rule. I don't know about you, but sometimes you play a small place and you have a lot of adrenaline. But I'm looking for this. I love that. The slow motion idea of your body is going too fast and it seems very slow. I love that because of the double bass, because it's easier.
It makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
But I've been looking for it too. I've been trying to bottle it and I can't. I used to think it was, I just need a really good night's sleep. But then I'll have a bad night's sleep, have not eaten enough, and then I'll play amazing. Yeah. Or I'll have a great night's sleep, great meal, 2 hours before we play, everything's fine, play like shit.
Yeah.
Really hard.
It's very, very tough. Yeah, you're right.
Do you have a particular warm-up routine before you play?
Oh, yeah. As I told you, I'm very disciplined, so every day is the same routine. You were talking about sleeping and eating. I think it's one of the most important thing for me. It's drinking a lot of water during the day. So I started this morning, for example, because I'm playing tonight. So having a light lunch, around noon. And if I play at 9:30, I try to eat 4 hours before. A light meal, no red meat, no nothing, something light,
How light? How light we talking?
I mean, rice and beans, or a little bit of fish, maybe. Or if you're vegan, you can just have a bit of tofu with pasta, something, or a salad. But at least you need like a quinoa or rice, something like this, and keep drinking water. And if I can take a nap before the show, I'm doing it as well.
How close?
2 hours before. I'm trying to wake up 2 hours before the show, not like 20 minutes before the show.
Yeah, I know some people that are like that. I can't remember who. I had someone on the podcast and they were like, it was Matt Gasker.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Gasker was like, I'll have a nap and then come out of my nap and go straight to stage.
Wow. Okay.
That's the secret.
I mean, it's a good reset for the brain, the nap, it's like a new day after that. What can I tell? A little bit of stretch. Now I'm trying to incorporate the stretch in my life, because as I'm turning 41 years old, I feel like my body needs some stretch a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm doing 10 minutes of stretch before the show, and then I'm warming up for 45 minutes straight. So I'm going like few paradiddles, double bass, like slow.
Do you have pedals set up?
Yes, I have everything.
Practice
so I have
kit?
two pedals with actually the touch Tama
Oh,
practice kit.
the true touch.
Exactly, I
the
have
new
this.
one.
So I have both of my kick, snare, and 3 toms.
Oh wow, like a full setup.
Exactly. So that's amazing, because you can just rotate a little bit, turn on the right, and then go back to the center.
Just warm you up a little bit.
Exactly. And then my goal is to be able to go fast. So usually I put my metronome at 206. That's my goal.
Specific.
Yeah, so specific. And I try to be able to play that tempo easily. And then when I feel that my legs are running by themselves, I'm good to go on stage.
Interesting. That's weird, because weird in a good way, because I got a warm up, because I never used to warm up. And then as I'm getting older, I was getting worse on stage. And then my friend Alex Rudinger gave me his warm up. And it's very similar to that.
Ah, okay.
Just basic hand paradiddle stuff.
Yes.
And then the feet, you get to like 200 and you just want to be able to just sit there and just go.
Exactly.
Sitting on your phone, doing whatever, but still just
absolutely
just going. And then when I get that, and then I don't know about you, but I leave it like, maybe I'll finish that and then 15 minutes later I'll go on stage. I don't know when does your warm up end and the stage start?
5 minutes before.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean,
I need to burn. I need to sweat, and actually the other guys complain because I'm sometimes I smell not so good because I'm already sweating, and they're all like just like because they don't practice like me before. They're warming up, but not so much. I'm the only one.
It's so hard being a drummer. You've got so much to do.
Man, but they get it. They are super respectful. But now I have my own room to practice because it was annoying for them. So and I totally get it.
I feel the pain.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because we are playing bigger venue, I'm able to have one room for me right now. Not every day, but sometimes. So it's great. So I go full force, and when I go on stage, I'm already sweating.
Wow.
That's my goal. Yeah.
And then how long's the set?
It's 1 hour 40.
Hour 45.
Yeah, it's a long set. Yeah.
Plus the warm up.
Plus a warm up. So
on 2 light meals.
Yeah.
Do you have a heavy meal afterwards?
Oh yeah, after the show. Yeah.
Yeah. What's that?
I mean, it can be a burger. It can be, just a normal meal. But yeah, every time we have some food. And Matt is doing an amazing job in assisting us. So after every show, we have a meal.
It's a shame it's a Wednesday because on that street that the venue's on, there's a place called Lotus Vegetarian Cuisine. And it's like New York style Chinese food, but it's all vegan.
Ah, wow.
And it's closed.
Wow.
Sorry. But it's great. You could
Next time.
You could have that. Do you drink at all?
Not on tour.
Zero.
Before a day off, I have 1 or 2 beers. I love to drink. I really love, wine. I love beers. You know what I mean? I'm like most of people, but I don't have problem with alcohol. Honestly, there is a lot of struggle and problem with alcohol in this kind of.
It's crazy.
So I'm lucky because I don't have a problem with this. I can truly find the limits, but it's tough, And I'm surrounded by alcohol all day long. So as you probably,
you're so bored as well. There's
But I don't want to fucked up, I just need to drink water for the people coming to the show because I have a respect for people in general. So I have a respect for the fans and who bought the tickets and I think I have a respect for myself because I want to perform good, Again, I know some drummers who drink a lot and they play godly,
See, I need like a couple before I play.
Oh, okay.
Because that sounds like I have a problem. I don't have a problem.
No.
The thing you were talking about with your heart going. If I just have like 2 beers, I'm good.
Okay, cool.
Or 1 margarita. That's it.
Wow.
Sometimes I push the margaritas too much, but there's nothing worse. It's like a nightmare if you've drank too much and then you have to play a show.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
So I'm such a party pooper, and you will probably be shocked, but in 25 years. I think I went once on stage having 1 drink before, but just once in 25 years. So I'm such a party pooper.
Well, no, that's kind of inspirational, actually.
I mean, I cannot lose control before going on stage. I'm the one also in the band who has the anxiety. How do you call it? The track
anxiety.
I mean, on stage, what is the name for the...
Stage fright.
Exactly. I'm the one in the band who's always a bit like nervous. The 3 other guys are like Buddhism, like crazy, relaxed and super chill. The 3 other
they
guys...
don't have to go...
Exactly.
I wish I could play bass. But we just did.
Yeah, man. We don't care. They don't have triggers on the strings,
Speaking of triggers... Sample triggered kick with a bit of microphone, or are you just microphone?
Depending on the tours, but on that run we just have triggers. Yeah. But,
on this one.
Yeah, for the kicks.
Yeah.
Only the kicks, of course.
Your drum tech, if you still have the same guy, I can't remember.
It's Dave Price.
Yeah, he taught me because I came up to I didn't meet you. That festival that I ran up to you and was like, Mario, and I punished you very slightly.
I don't remember that.
I spoke to your drum tech. Good. I spoke to your drum tech, and I was like, "How's those drums tuned? How does Mario tune those drums?" And he was like, and I've tuned my drums like this ever since, like finger tight, and then just like a little bit up from finger tight.
Yeah,
they're so loose. It's crazy.
So loose. But we had an important conversation with the front of house sound engineer, and he said maybe you need to tune it a little bit up. So it's been like 2 years that the toms are a bit higher now.
Really?
Yeah, but it's funny because yesterday we went back to a lower tuning because the set is so metal.
Yeah.
There is so fast songs, so we thought it's maybe better to have a lower tuning on the toms for these songs. So
I'm excited.
Yeah.
What kit are you playing? You know what? It's a shame. We should probably stress. Joe was gonna come, but he is on vocal rest, which is, I was surprised he was going to come in the first place anyway.
Yeah, he needs to rest his vocals. The set is very long. It's the beginning of the tour, and is already a bit like
yeah, and he doesn't need to do an hour and a half of extra stuff.
Exactly.
But it's kind of cool because we can talk about drums a lot. But I couldn't have said this question like, what kit have you got? What kit are you playing on this run?
The Star Classic. Yeah, and it's Tama is fantastic. I have a lot of different kits everywhere. I have so many of them that I don't remember exactly what I'm playing sometimes.
The dream. The dream.
And Tama is doing an amazing job with me. They're very supportive, and I love this brand. And but all drums are good. I mean, I don't want to make any publicity for other kits.
I play Tama.
Yeah, you play Tama,
and now I play Zildjian.
Zildjian, yes, Zildjian is my favorite. Yeah.
We can just talk about those.
I mean, this Mega Bell right cymbal 21 each is my favorite, and it's also a bit of my trademark now because I played a lot of nuances on it, and the bell is fantastic to add a spiritual aspect of the song in the songs, So
it's often attempted to be replicated, but never.
Yeah.
Particularly like the old Z custom.
Yes.
Mega Bell, Pantera. Yeah. Like I always joke that there should be like a achievements in Mega Bell award, like the Grammys, but for the Mega Bell, and it would be you, Vinnie Paul.
Oh, come on.
Really? Yeah, there's got to be another one. Literally just you two. Have you ever seen the song from my band, which is me ripping you off?
No, I didn't see it.
Never seen it?
No.
So
I will definitely check.
I mean, it's one of two. It's one of two moments where I've used a Mario idea, and then it's like not fully. I've taken your concept, and then we made a song out of it, and then afterwards I'm like, oh my god, I hope he doesn't see it. So,
but we all it's an honor for me. Thank you for that, and it's I has been influenced by Abe Cunningham and Pete Sandoval. Actually, on the ride had a huge impact from Morbid Angel.
Yeah.
All the ding 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 ding, and
with the feet going underneath. Yeah.
Exactly. Gene Oakland, Sean Reynolds. So I also rip them off, So
it sounds so bad when you say rip off. Inspired.
Inspired.
So my one was, and it was. I think the thing I try and bring as well that you definitely do bring is with guitarists, they can't really they can to an extent, but they can't really emulate someone and then try and bring something new to it as much as you can with drums.
Yeah.
Because there's stuff so obviously Neil Peart, he kind of brought the paradiddle groove, and Steve Garibaldi, David Garibaldi, brought the paradiddle groove to, popular music, rock music and everything. But everyone always followed the kicks with the right hand. And then Liquid Fire, you played kick patterns which didn't match the hands. And that was the first time I'd ever heard that. And that's what I stole.
Whoa, that's cool, man.
I didn't steal the whole thing, but I think yours, it's paradiddle, and then it's... Oh, yeah, it's threes, yeah.
Yeah, three. Starting with right and left. Drum exercise.
Is that right and left?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So,
because if you play like just da-da-dum, ba-da-bum,
you're going to be...
It's quintuplet, groups of notes?
Yeah, 5.
So
Yeah, with parallel over the top. That just came from an exercise.
Yeah.
So you sat there doing paradiddles, and then you thought,
Yeah, I thought, let's try to do groups of 5 on the feet and starting with right, left, and I was practicing, and I said, hey, guys, I have a fucking great drum parlance, and just put a riff on it. They were like, oh my God, rolling eyes a little bit.
yeah, but it's
every
so
time
good.
every time I'm bringing things like this, they're rolling eyes. Like, oh, shit. Because I forced them a little bit to have this technical aspect in Gojira, because really, if you know the guys, it's not really their stuff. You know what I mean? But it's normal. I mean, it's super cool. They love it, but they are not like super. They are not like peripheries guys or animal as leaders.
Yeah.
They have an organic way of playing music, like very natural, very simple, and they are attached to that. They are truly fans of Sepultura, Metallica, Death, but they are not like as crazy as me in terms of technical.
Yeah, but I think that's what makes it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good
really
balance.
Well.
Yeah.
Awesome. Have you got any of your exercises that you're gonna try and make on the next record?
Oh yeah, I have a few of them. Yeah.
Anything cool? Anything you can share?
No, let me think.
You don't want someone to come out with it before you.
I have some cool patterns, very creative and very. If you just listen to the drums, already it's something, Yeah. So and my brother is so talented to just add a fucking good guitar riff. So I'm confident few of my actual patterns will end up in the next album probably.
Awesome.
Into the Storm was on the previous album, Fortitude, the just album we released now 2 years ago. But there is this song called Into the Storm, and it's the same. It's a drum exercises, and Joe put a very melancholic melody on it, like a kind of black metal-ish.
Yeah,
and it's became something very, very cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a question that something that I heard third hand, so you can tell me if it's true or not. So, when you toured with Metallica, and maybe the first time, maybe the second time, did they take you out for dinner? Is there a funny story about getting taken out for dinner with Metallica?
Yeah, they took out for dinner like 2 times, one in Montreal, one in Russia. But I don't remember the funny story.
Someone told me, and it's so weird to get it third hand.
What did he tell you?
Someone told me that they took you out for dinner. I don't know, I think it might have been you and Joe, and they took you out for dinner, and then one of Metallica had a joint. Is this true?
We had an amazing relation with them. Like every time we tour with them, we also try to not be annoying, not asking a lot of questions. I think it's very important when you tour with this kind of person who's super famous. There is paparazzi everywhere. When you're touring with Metallica, once we were at the cafe in Vilnius, Lithuania, with James Hetfield.
Yeah,
and there were paparazzi everywhere. So it's crazy. It's very important to stay simple. I would say. I mean, it's just a feeling of human interactions. But when we were with them, we didn't ask any question about Injustice for All or the Black Album. We were just like trying to. Have simple conversation and not focusing too much on Metallica.
It's a strange one because they're my favorite band of all time.
Yeah, it's all they're the godfather of heavy metal, and it's a dream of everyone to tour with them. So,
how does it feel when you got the call to do the Metallica tour?
That was mind blowing. I was like so happy, like it was a dream come true. I couldn't believe it, and
I think the cool thing with them is they have their ear to the ground with listening for new music.
Absolutely.
Like at that point, you weren't like it wasn't Magma. It was
it was a Well of Flesh. And, James Hetfield actually fell in love with the album, and Robert Trujillo as well. So they invited us, and we were like a death metal band touring, small clubs. So suddenly we arrived in this huge arenas in the US. So it was a very big deal for us. And then they brought us in Russia, in Eastern Europe, Poland, Norway, Estonia, Lithuania. We went everywhere with them. We played Stade de France also, was the biggest stadium in France. So, and we had a very good relation with them because the 4 of them are super cool. Super cool.
Yeah.
You know, we met a lot of bands, and there is 40% of them I thought were not cool. The big bands I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But Metallica is the coolest. Super cool. Like you talk with Kirk, and is as simple as us. Is truly humble. Robert is the same. James is a sweetheart. Even Lars is funny. He's funny, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I do remember that. We were drunk in Montreal, and we had to play a show the day after, and that was the worst show of my life because I'm never getting too wasted the day before a show, but this time we were just hanging out with them, so I couldn't say no.
Yeah,
so
you can't not drink the Metallica.
So I remember drinking some very strong alcohols, and I was fucked up. So I went to bed, and everything was turning, and I woke up the day after. I couldn't walk. I was like vomiting. And
you were vomiting?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I played so bad that day. But we didn't care because we just hang out with them.
Yeah.
So, that was not important.
I'll do anything with Metallica. That's crazy.
No,
but
yeah.
I think even just hearing that story is like, how fucking cool. Like being, no offense, them being that old, but knowing cool new bands and then just taking them out to party and out drinking the young drummer.
Yeah, that's so cool, man.
I think that's
awesome. I had a good experience in Russia. Actually, I jammed with James Hetfield in the practice room.
Oh, amazing!
So that is probably one of the highlights of my career as a musician. It was a simple moment, because we had a good relation with them. We were like hanging out and with absolutely no tension. You don't see them a lot when you tour with them because they have a very busy schedule. They're doing interviews all the time. They have so many pressure. So sometimes we cross our path, but not so much. But I do remember in Russia, I was talking to James in the dressing room, and he came to our dressing room. Actually, it was like 5 p.m. and he said to me, "Okay, do you want to jam with me for 10 minutes?" And I said, I wanted to say no because I was too impressed, but I said yes instead of no. Because I wasn't sure. Should I jam with him? And what about if I fucked up in front of him? Suddenly I doubted. I felt I lost a bit of confidence. I was like, what? Jamming with James? It's something else. It's hard to process. But then I said, yes. And I walk and I was a bit shaking, It's stupid, but it was a long time ago as well. Probably today would be different, because I'm older and more experienced.
What did you play with him?
So we enter the room and he put his guitar on, and I was behind the kit, Lars kit, the green Tama kit he's using in a practice. I took the fucking sticks and he was looking at me, and I said to myself, don't think too much. Go for it. We don't have time to adjust or what do you want to play or, No, you're fucking with James Hetfield in this room. You have to go for it. So I started with a simple beat, like, but right away I put a lot of power on it,
Yeah.
I tried to fucking go for it, smile and be groovy. And he started to headbang a little bit, and he played some, I have no idea what. I don't remember, but I know it was cool.
But it wasn't, it was a jam. It wasn't like a Metallica song.
No, it was a jam. And we jammed for 2 minutes, 3, 4, 5 minutes. It's long. 5 minutes is long. So I threw some feels and I started to get into it. I didn't think I was jamming with James. I just thought I need to deliver something. I want to have fun. So I was very proud of myself because in this kind of configuration, you can lose confidence and you can just fuck everywhere. The feel is not going on the one. You know what I mean? Yeah. But in fact, it was it suddenly became very natural. So my brother heard that from our dressing room. So he ran and he entered the room and he saw me playing with James. So he took one pic with his phone.
Nice.
And then I thought, okay, 5 minutes is enough.
You stopped the jam.
So I stopped the jam, but in a natural way, like, and I stand up, and that's what it is. And I said, James, oh fuck, man, go. We hug each other, and he said, yeah, fuck yeah, high five, blah blah blah, and I said that was awesome, and that's
amazing.
Yeah,
I've got a pair of Lars's sticks.
Cool.
I've got his actual stick. I've got two of them because this is how I know that he's cool. I don't know him, but he played with that in Daytona.
Yeah. So that was the exact sticks.
That's what you
I had in a practice.
You sat with the tape and everything.
Yeah,
See,
exactly.
I made a Downbeat T-shirt, and it was Lars. It was like a Lars T-shirt because I love Lars. I love Metallica.
I love him.
But he's the reason I'd never heard someone play a snare and a crash at the same time before. Yeah. And I was like, wait, I thought crashes had to be on one.
We need to bring some justice for him because it's not about moving, tempo-wise. It's what he created in the past. So I'm a bit tired of, seeing all this conversation about Lars because what he did create is quite unique. If you listen to fucking Injustice for All, it's amazing.
Unbelievable. And to play at fucking 60-something years old.
Yeah.
Or 60, I don't know, sorry. For playing for 2 hours. And playing like long fucking Master of Puppets, 8.5 minute long songs.
Yeah. It's very physical. And what he brought on the table back in the day, playing without shirts and doing all these faces and, standing up behind the kids is almost more important than the rest. It's the personality on stage. For me as a kid.
And me as well, yeah.
Yeah, I was just fascinated. It was not about the technique, is he tight? Is he like that? I didn't care. I just saw someone behind the drum, a true personality. It's
funny that you say we need to bring him some justice because this whole podcast was supposed to be, it was going to be called And Justice for Lars.
Oh.
And it was going to be me talking to other people who like Metallica. And just like honestly, just a Metallica podcast because I think Lars needed some justice.
Absolutely.
Never met him, but my friend Benji plays in that band Royal Blood, and they supported Metallica. I made a Downbeat T-shirt that had it was as if Lars was a wrestler. It was like a bootleg wrestler T-shirt, like a WWE, but it's Lars. And he wore it at that show, and Lars saw him and was like, "What the fuck is this?" They took a photo together, and then Lars's wife asked me to send them 5 of the T-shirts.
Wow!
So I know
cool.
that the family Ulrich have a set of these T-shirts.
That's
so I'm just kind of waiting for the.
Yeah.
I want a family photo because it was different sizes as well. I was like, can you send me specifically 5 of these?
Yeah.
So somewhere.
Lars is very funny. He's a very funny person and a lot of culture as well. He knows a lot of things. He's truly, as we all know, a good manager as well. He has a sense of business for sure, but he's a truly funny character with a lot of personality. So when you go to the restaurant with him, it's so cool. You talk about movies and music, and he's a very true character. He has a strong personality, but in a good way.
Yeah.
I love this guy. Really.
Fuck yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on to the final part of the podcast. I'm gonna check my notes just to make sure that I got everything that I wanted. Big section on Metallica. We did it. Side note, are you playing the song The Way of All Flesh?
Yes.
Why did you laugh? Because it's another hard
No, because
one.
we talked about it today and we said, we should get out of the set.
Oh, really?
No, because the reaction of the crowd was not like fantastic. We are... I'm so sensitive to the reaction with the crowd. So I'm analyzing a lot. So after a show, sometimes I get out of stage and I said, we should get rid of this song. I have a bad feeling.
It's not
because
vibe.
I felt like no one really react reacted. You know?
How can they not react to that drum fill at the beginning?
No,
you're
but-
doing the fill and you're like, why aren't you fucking...
No, but sometimes it's also a matter of intensity. Like the set is so intense because we play the heaviest matter, backbone, fucking flying whale.
Can't wait. I can't
the Art of
wait.
Dying. So sometimes I feel it's almost a bit too much, you know, for the crowd. So when the werewolf flesh is coming, so should we go back? Should we change the position of the werewolf flesh? But then you have this ending. It's a lot of reflection around, like I'm sure you guys do with your set list.
Yeah, but we don't... It's not as hard as you.
No, but yeah, it's truly a matter of dynamics. You know, it's like drumming. If you don't have any dynamics, you're suffocating a little bit. You know, so the set list is the same. So the werewolf flesh for now, I feel like the position is not perfect, but we are going to play it tonight.
It gets difficult the bigger your catalog gets as well.
Exactly.
Like, what do you remove? Because
Exactly.
often the singles are made to get new fans, so the singles will be either less heavy or slightly different.
Absolutely.
But then they naturally become the biggest songs,
Yes,
and over 7 albums you've got to pick.
it's a challenge. Yeah, you're right. But it's a good challenge. It's a good problem to have too many songs. And but I truly have the feeling that the werewolf flesh is not at the right place right now. You know,
I'm gonna scream when you play it tonight, so you get the vibe. I'm just gonna scream as loud as I can. Okay, the end of the podcast. What we do, we're gonna curate a dream festival. Before that lovely French man tells you about his dream festival, let me tell you about another dream festival that's actually happening in real life. At night time, but not at night time in your head, at night time in real life. Mario's gonna be there. Mystic Festival in Gdańsk, Poland, from the 7th to the 10th of June. They actually hit me up about maybe coming and doing some podcasting there. Unfortunately, I'm on tour, but I had a look at the lineup and I couldn't believe how sick it is. I'm trying to bring the downbeat there in 2024, but you want to go in 2023, check this out. Your Thursday, Friday, Saturday headliners are Ghost, Danzig, and GOJIRA. Rats, Mother, Plastic Bag in the Sea. You got Behemoth, Spirit Box, Electric Wizard, Watain, Carpathian Forest, Grave. Employed to serve Sylvain Herriot. What is this, the Powerful Woman Day? That's awesome. LLNN. Love that band. You got Greg from Dillinger, solo set. One stage on the Saturday. Alcest, Perturbator, Meshuggah. The biggest band in the world, Sleep Token. Voivod. Is Jason Newsted still playing in Voivod? If so, I would be punishing him at that festival. It's in a shipyard. We can only imagine that looks really cool. Assuming my Google Translate is right, 669 zloty for a 3-day pass. That is about 125 quid. That's less than half of a normal festival of this caliber. Plus, you got GOJIRA. What more do you want? GOJIRA and Meshuggah on the same day? Jesus. I mean, there's probably a lack of Jesus, if anything. Behemoth are there. www.mysticfestival.pl. You should go. I want to thank them for sponsoring this episode of the podcast. Now let's get to Mario and his dream festival. Dream festival for Mario Duplantier. Right. I'm going to talk you through it. There's a reason that I haven't previously told you, because I want it all to be natural. I don't want you to think about it. The only rule, it's a dream festival. It could be, you woke up and I had the craziest dream. We were playing this festival and this happened. So if at any point you think of something that couldn't physically happen, you can still have it as a dream.
Okay.
The only thing is that GOJIRA is playing. So that's going to change your answers. You have to think about it. So what we're going to start with the Dream Festival of Mario Duplantier. Where in the world would your dream festival be?
One of my dreams is to go to Bali in Indonesia.
Oh.
So let's start like this, because I'm a surfer guy,
Yeah.
and I'm obsessed by waves, and I need once in my life to surf in Bali.
Oh, is it a good I think I tried surfing for the only time ever in my life in Bali.
Really?
And I fucked
Never been to Indonesia.
I
Yeah.
fucked my stomach up because I didn't know,
shit.
like, you're
Yeah,
supposed to
you
wear
need to
shit.
wear.
Yeah, I didn't wear anything.
Of course, man. I'm not a surfer. I'm a bodyboarder. It's a bit different. It's a shorter board, but anyway, because there is a big war between surfers and bodyboarders, and I'm not part of it. But it's stupid. But anyway, so I'm a bodyboarder. It's a shorter.
I think
board.
that's what I did. Yeah, and I still fucked myself up.
Oh yeah,
But it was in Bali.
So let's start in Bali.
Nice. I'm on the beach?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I love it. You're on board already. What would your dream accommodation be for the festival? Now, you don't have to think of realistic festival accommodation. You can think, what's my dream, like, place to sleep or, place to be staying? If Joe came to you and said, hey, we've been offered this festival in Bali, you'll never guess what the accommodation is.
I mean, a little cabin on the surf spot on the beach would be perfect.
Nice, like a little, one
Yeah.
of those little wood
A wood, a
things.
natural, a little cabin on the beach. I would
Nice. Just maybe like all the bands could have these cabins. You've got the beach. You've got the stage on the beach.
love. Exactly.
Bodyboarding.
I don't know where it's going, but I love the idea of just be able to watch the ocean from the stage and the backstage area. I would
Okay.
love that.
So yeah, we'll have the whole backstage. Maybe the stage is in front of the ocean.
Yeah.
Figure out
Something like this.
Figure
yeah.
out the tide logistics.
Exactly.
We'll sort
There is
that
no
out.
tide. Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to get to the music, but what is catering? So if your dream situation.
I'm not that picky, but
Some of the rest of the band are
something
vegan.
healthy, Yeah, vegan. My brother is vegan. I'm not vegan, but I'm not eating a lot of fish and meat.
Conscious eating.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm the
very,
same.
very. No, something healthy, something not too. We have to say simple. To stay simple.
Is there a favorite restaurant of GOJIRA? Is there like a place where you're like in a certain country and you're like, oh, let's go here for dinner?
Oh, okay. I'm not that picky, you know what I mean. But
Is anyone in the band picky? Come on, throw someone under the bus here.
with the food? You mean?
Yeah.
Christian is the most picky. Christian,
he?
the guitarist with the
Yeah.
long hair, is all about food. He's a good cook as well, and he loves food. He's obsessed.
Okay, so let's build the catering is for Christian, not
Okay.
Okay, so what are we having? What's his favorite restaurant?
I mean, he's so French, man. He loves French restaurants.
Oh,
But we are different. Joe, for example, hate it. Joe loves vegan food and vegan restaurants. So no, I will go for vegan.
we'll go vegan.
Vegan catering.
Maybe some sort of French
vegan restaurant?
Michelin-starred vegan restaurant
Why not? Why not?
on the beach in Bali.
Yeah.
Bodyboarding.
But let's stay coherent with what the local could offer as well. We don't want to have too much diversity if we can have something like is coherent.
You know what? You know what they
I mean?
love in Bali? Magic mushrooms. They're fucking everywhere in Bali. For some reason, magic mushrooms are legal in Bali, but everything else isn't.
Yeah.
And the same people that sell you I can say this. You don't have. You can't say this. The people that sell you the magic mushrooms in Bali, they'll ask you at the same time. They'll go, "This is a lesson for anyone watching who goes to Bali." And because magic mushrooms are legal, you can buy them in a shop. But if the other people are like, "Oh, you want cocaine? Or you want anything else?" and you say yes, they run off, and then they come back with the police. So, no, none of that. No one do that. We're in Bali. We're on a beach. We've got a big stage. Who is headlining? So this is Mario Duplantier. We're going to have 3. GOJIRA is playing. So where do you want to be on the bill, ideally? You want to be on early? You want a headline?
Yeah, sure. I would love to headline.
You want a headline?
No, I mean Radiohead,
Radiohead.
Metallica.
We need to stop. We need to stop. We need to stop. This is why this part of the festival exists, because we hit a common ground on something, and then we stop. So we got Radiohead supporting GOJIRA or a GOJIRA?
No, headlining. You know,
Radiohead headlining.
Yeah, Depeche Mode. Why not?
Oh,
headlining as well.
Nice.
Yeah. But then
you have to put some metal on there, or else no one's going to come.
Okay, and Metallica.
Metallica.
Yeah.
GOJIRA, Radiohead, Depeche Mode. Give me one more. Give me one more heavy band.
Tool.
Oh, what a festival. I'll be taking those magic mushrooms. If Tool's playing, I'm on. Okay, so then on a smaller stage, is there a band or a younger band, or even just a small band that you think more people should know about that you like?
There is a lot of them, but let me think.
You can think.
Shit.
That's fine. I should have told you, but I could actually just interrupt here and say, you guys brought Knock Loose on tour, didn't you?
Knock Loose. Good answer.
Thank you. My name is Mario. I'll be answering these questions. So
Knock Loose.
Because I'm friends with those guys. Did you guys approach them Metallica style, or was it they got submitted for the tour?
Yes, they got submitted, and we said yes.
Cool.
Because we love them, and we toured the US with them.
Yeah,
amazing.
They're so young as well.
Yes,
it's crazy.
I love them so much.
So young, so good.
Yeah,
and particularly on the last EP they did, like huge GOJIRA influence as well. But like early GOJIRA, there's like, I can't remember the name of the song. I think it's like the second track on the EP, and it sounds like something off The Link.
It's great, man. I love this band. They're all super chill as well. So yeah, Knock Loose for sure.
We got Knock Loose. Okay, dream after the show party or straight to bed. What's your dream? So you don't have a show the next day, so you can do whatever you want.
I mean, just hanging out with good people, you know, good lights. I'm very sensitive to the atmosphere, the lights, you know.
Is this okay for you?
Yeah, it's great, man.
Thank you for this, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome.
He just turns up and gives me this beautifully hand-painted.
Yeah, you know, I'm spending all day to paint on drum heads, you know, and it's a good way to recycle my drum heads. So most of them, I use them on stage, and then I draw on them, you know, I sign them, I sell them. Yeah, it's one of the passion of mine.
I love it.
So I'm doing. Yeah, so a cozy light, good drinks, good people, you know, good music. I'm not like a crazy party guy, you know, but I love to hang out. I love to laugh, and I love to drink as well.
What would the drinks be? What's your ideal drink?
I love beers.
Yeah,
simple.
Like a lager, or do you like fancy beers? You're an IPA guy.
Yeah, IPA. I take whatever we give me. Yeah,
but
IPA.
This is your dream. You're not taking anything.
Oh man, I don't know. Every day I would have a different dream. But yeah, IPA.
A couple of IPAs.
Yeah,
I want to go to this festival. That's it. We're good. We're done.
Okay, champagnes.
Champagne. Oh,
yeah, champagne.
Very fucking French. I love it. Thank you so much for coming on the Downbeat.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to scream during the Way of All Flesh,
okay,
so you get a decent vibe.
Deal. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.